All right, so we went over all of your guys' feedback and divided the work up and edited our sections. We added the title headings to separate the different portions. I went ahead and added in parentheses the 4 behavior principles in ABA. Then it looks like we went over only using, like saying direct care staff and then continuing to use the DCS throughout. We added a name for our tool. We included the appendixes at the bottom. We have A, B, and C. We added that MO chart as Appendix C at the bottom. We corrected the grammatical errors that were highlighted. We reworded some of the stuff that you guys suggested, so thank you for that. Scrolling down, I'm at like the PAC section. Again, we added the headings. Amanda critiqued the PAC section and added more of that read article and cited that as well throughout, as mentioned. We added the PAC in the appendix. Let's see. It looks like right here, I still need to edit this spacing. I'll do that right now. I know it's not going to show up on your guys' because it's a Word, not a Google Doc. But I fixed that space in between those paragraphs in the PAC. Indented the paragraph. Fixed in there where it said that we had listed the wrong appendix in the PAC. We fixed that. Scrolling down. Christina, do you want to mention what you added in your section?
So I fixed what was recommended, rewording things, and I also made sure that it was 1 page in length. But yeah, I fixed everything and brought it together.
And that was the abuse section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know we updated the MO section, and like I said, we added the chart at the bottom. So yeah, based on what we've edited and what you see, what do you guys think?
1 second, let me pull up the final one. So for the pack, since you guys were using the one from the initial paper, we didn't see that included in the appendix unless we missed it.
It will be clear at the bottom in the final draft.
Okay.
I think it's like page 19, maybe.
Kelly, did you want to add anything?
The pack should be Appendix A, correct? And then the Appendix B is the tool. Or is it vice versa? I think that's correct.
I'm not
I
seeing
think you're right, McKenna.
Is it the initial one that we put in like the first assignment that we completed?
Yeah, so Appendix A is the pack. It's the one where it has, let's see, 19 specific skills. And then the measures of employee effect is the tool that we created. And then Appendix C is the MO assessment. And then I just went ahead and put your summary of feedback at the bottom. I also went ahead and filled out the sections for the checklist, and those are in the second separate document that was emailed out. I just did it that way since in the checklist it said that to submit this form, you know, delete the rest of the stuff and just submit the checklist. So I think it's fine to be its own document.
Sorry,
And then
we
go
kind of
ahead, Kaylee.
discussed the feedback in like our group text, so I'm like looking over it to see
Okay.
what all we haven't discussed. So then under the procedural drift section, we were looking at the final copy and we were talking about it's still missing like information on consent and assent.
Okay, let me look.
I might just be like overlooking it though.
I think that was Serenity's portion and she's not with us, but I'll check. See.
And then we just noted too for all of the tools that you guys were referencing, like in the appendix, if it could be mentioned like in the actual section, like where it's being talked about, just so it's easier to like refer back to it. So like for motivating operations, I don't see where it mentions which appendix it would be in, but we just kind of added that too so that I could be in the same place.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask Serenity if she has anything about on the consent and assent.
Just to cover all our bases, since this one isn't gonna have the opportunity for us to like revise, just ensuring that we have all the information that was mentioned in that PowerPoint.
Yeah.
And then just to kind of piggyback on what Trinity was saying, we did make a few comments about, I think Appendix A was mentioned like twice for two different tools. And then for the MO, it wasn't mentioned like what appendix it was located in. So just making sure that that's kind of the same throughout to be able to reference back down to the bottom to see which appendix it's in.
Okay. Okay, I see where we put the Appendix A in the pack section in the first paragraph. And then, see where we jumped. Talk about the tool. Yeah, I'll go back and see if I can find it, or I'll add the Appendix B for the chart.
And then also too, just under the pack section, we noticed that you mentioned the other tool for evaluating the supervisor. So we were just wondering if you guys wanted to make that maybe a separate section or if that was supposed to go like with the pack too. Because the first paragraph talks about the pack and then it goes on to the supervisor evaluation form.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because now I see like where we noted that it would be in Appendix B. So
Yeah.
maybe we just add a part in the MO saying that the MO assessment is in Appendix C. But I think she meant for it to be a part of the pack because when she was writing the pack section, she was just going off of the bullet points that were in the instructions.
Okay.
So I would assume that she meant for it to be there because she was just literally, she had them bullet pointed on the Google Doc and then was just filling them in and piecing it together.
Okay. Yeah, we just weren't sure if that was intended to go with the pack section also.
Yeah. So we'll add the reference to Appendix C in the MO section. And then I know there was one more thing. Oh, the consent and assent
Mm-hmm.
and the procedural drift. Is there anything else?
I think, was that everything, Carrie? Was there anything that I missed?
I think that was it for the most part. If any of our other group members have anything to add once they like review this video, we'll just shoot y'all a text or make a note of it somewhere so it can be added.
I'll fix the things and then I will get the video link and I'll send everything out again in an email. If you just want to put your guys' email in the group chat, so I have that too. And then I can
Okay.
send it to you guys and you guys can all review it. And then if your group is able to review it like tonight or tomorrow early, then maybe tomorrow night we can submit.
Perfect. Just let us
Sounds
know
good.
so we can all review it
Okay.
before we submit and we'll
Yep.
make any changes that need to be made. But
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so I will go ahead and do that then.